All right, let's go. Let's start the Transpose Master. Hello, hope you're all fine. La Pampadura. Hello. Execute Art just did a test for a studio the other day, still waiting for the feedback. All right, well, good luck. Good luck. Hope you get it. All right. Come on, little machine, you can do it. I don't really see why it would be a problem. I think the legs were extremely heavy for this character, but without the legs, the torso and the head are like somewhat lighter. Adding the arms in should be good. As long as we place the the arms one by one in terms of like the front, then the four at the back. We make two by two, should be fine. All right, taking a little time, a little bit of time. What does it take to be part of Chaos Masons? Are there only seniors that are hired there? It happens that we have like entries for intermediate also. To be honest, yeah, it's a lot of like seniors and stuff. It's mainly because like when Chaos Masons gets hired for a project, there's like a certain quality level they're looking for, and yeah, but it's not like we absolutely would hire like a junior if the talent is there. It's not a question of like how senior you are, right? It's true that like senior also brings like a certain experience that is important for our like for like communication and team building and that sort of stuff, right? But truly the thing that is paramount is your portfolio, right? So you can be a junior if you have a good portfolio. It's all good, as long as the portfolio shows enough pieces so that you show like consistent sorry, consistent skills, right? By the way, do you have any tips or where to look for resin printing characters, like specifications and setting? And ooh, I don't really know. The only thing that I know is like if you get Mango 3D or Lychee, I mean Lychee Slicer, there's like recommendations when you choose like your resin. There's like a community information gathering, and people can actually share their resin and resin setting and stuff, and people can also vote for like if they thought that the result was good. So then you can just go by community and know that like, well, if all those people said yeah it worked, it's probably a good sign that that this setting is good. Okay, so let's just keep everything that I know is going to be considered the upper arm. Slowly but surely. Oh, do I have greebles here? Like dead? Oh no, okay. Okay. So I think I can safely say that everything here, except the tubes, I'm gonna get rid of the tubes. This is all upper arm, so we're gonna keep it as one mesh. Then these, actually these two moving things, I just need to separate these from it on each sides. Okay, and these will move as one, except for the arm, the hands, sorry, but the hands also. Okay. First of all, this. Of course, this is one piece also. One on each sides. And let's start with that, but eventually we're going to need to create poly paints, poly groups for the fingers. Sorry about that. I'm using an N-cubic photon slicer. Never tried Lychee. Is it better in terms of creating supports and hollowing and such? I find that Lychee is probably, well, it is the best software I've used personally. Yeah. Also, I also have an N-cubic photon, by the way. I got the M7. Looking at your creation feels so nice. Well, thank you. It's a nice compliment. Let's bring the target arms in. So there's a little twist to making the arm that's going to be awkward, but it's the only thing that should be problematic with it. So let's just go ahead and start placing them. Oh wait, I'm not done splitting stuff. There we go. I have to make them individual, right? So the green is the target. So you see, it's never going to align perfectly because of the twist in the upper arm that I have to do. But let's still bring it as close as possible on track. aligns pretty well with the rest. I can eventually just push things so that it aligns better as well. But in terms of like having the oh yeah, so there's going to be some cleaning to do with the clipping at the back here for sure. Not too much. Okay. Now I'm going to deselect, create another layer, morph target, because I'm going to once again do a little twist in the arm and use morph target to bring back the parts that I don't want to twist as much. Okay, so back with the mask. So we're gonna try to grab like just the soft parts, which means that we're gonna grab like this section here. Under here, it's all like softer parts, so it's not a problem. Now we're gonna hide this. We're gonna deselect. Also, this is gonna help us to create like more of a gradient in the Okay, all right. So what is like hard surface is mostly deselected. What has a gradient of mask is what's like kind of like softer parts. So it shouldn't create like awkward like effects of hard surface part bending. Is it the only bend that I have in the No, 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 no. It's much more bend than that. Yeah, it's mostly in place. Okay, so now while it's still masked, I'm going to go ahead and move some parts. I'm also going to use a mask by polygroup to make sure I don't move anything else than this polygroup right now. So anything that looks like skewed, I want to straighten back. So this part looks fine. Real quick, like that doesn't feel like there's much that was like distorted actually, but we're gonna use the layer to see that. This actually distorted the back of the arm, so it's not a super big deal. And what we can do also is we're gonna add a layer. We can use morph target to morph back some parts that I really didn't want to have skewed, like these. And, this part here, I can just do it by hand. Yeah, here it's a little bit awkward that it bent this much. If it was a super important part, I would have redo my movement, like remask or undo, make the mask better, and move again, but since it's the back of the arm and it's not really visible, it doesn't really matter that much. Okay, so the upper arm is well aligned. That was the awkward distortion. We're done with it, so that's very good. Okay. Can crush all the layers. I won't need them anymore. Now for the bend in the arm, it's actually a bend. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab this part, this part, this part, and they're all going to go inwards. I'm gonna aim around the center of that pivot. Oh yeah, also before that, let's unmask the tubes. Like this. So yeah, it doesn't bend in the same way. Ultimately, the arm is at the same place. Okay, it doesn't really. This is like an outside of the axis rotation and doesn't really look bad. So I think I'm gonna allow myself to do this. I don't know how much I really need to bring it back. Actually makes it worse in a sense. I guess I'll just run with this. Even if it's not a line, it's still working for what I have. There's going to be the stuff to fix around the arm also, though. We're going to get to it once we're done with the Transpose Master. For the moment, that's good. There's also the arm to place. go. It's a little bit cleaner like this. All right. All right. So, I'm gonna go ahead and do the fingers now as well. One little thingy at a time. Gonna have to fix some stuff around the hand as well. Actually, you know what? I forgot to push the hands inwards. I wonder if I can just do like that. I bent them out a little bit, but that can be fixed. I don't think I'm gonna need to move the finger even more. I think it does the trick. These are going to be moved though. Morph target places these hard surface things back into place. think I also brought the finger more inwards, which is kind of like a hard maneuver. I won't repeat it though. I'm thinking this is going to be enough. So if I move the arm, I need to... Well, never mind. Okay, I'll commit to this change. Before I move to the other arm, I'm just going to see if I can already fix some stuff around here. That I'll fix later in post. This is a... Here it's about moving a bunch of meshes, so I'm going to do it now. Here I can just like place it inside of the mesh once again, so no problem. All right, so we got one arm done. All right. Once again, morph target, and the rest. Let's check chat real quick. I have an M7 Pro. Oh yeah, you got the M7 Pro, cool. It's so good and fast, pretty good quality. Yeah, also, and not really expensive at the same time, at least compared to the printers back in the day. Thank you for answering the portfolio question for working at Chaos Mason, because I don't work with games like most people, but I can study using your content and Laura's. So it's motivating to know that it's possible to achieve excellence with effort rather than depending on a third part like another job at a gaming company. Better very difficult than impossible. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's just about what you present in your portfolio and if it looks good and that sort of stuff. So yeah, I mean, I think there's some companies that might actually like want to know that like you have experience like in another studio and that sort of stuff. For some reason, it's never really been like a huge factor in the decision making. It's like as long as the work is good and like as I said, it's always good to show that like you've done like a few characters, not just like one super awesome character is not as good as like a few good characters, because like showing, as I said, consistency is a good sign of like understanding your craft and knowing how to execute it over and over again, that sort of stuff. This one really goes into the mesh here, but we'll find a way to make it work. It does split a lot here, but we can just take the cloth here and bring it back over. at the end. Oh, I didn't realize it was going this much inside of the mesh. Woo! Ah, still, I'm gonna find a way. It's fine. Alright, so we're gonna have an arm that might be more problematic than we thought. It's fine. We'll figure out a way. So we're gonna rinse and repeat a little bit. So masking by hand. Trying to have the gradient around parts that are not hard surface, like before. Remove it where it is hard surface. So last time I didn't unmask enough this part, that's why it actually got skewed. Distorted, I should say. It looks like it's in the center. Okay. Looks good. Let's try to fix this distorted look. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to lower So once again, that part's going to be a little bit of cheating with the design and stuff, just to avoid like a too flagrant distortion. Yeah, I have an idea of how I'm going to fix it. It's going to be after the transpose master though, but I got an idea. All right, the rest of the arm actually was already placed correctly just because of this movement here. So it's good. Just having like this pressure that kind of like indicates that like this is going in. We're gonna have the same thing around here. Okay, pushing it more than that's gonna start to look a bit off, so I won't do that. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think the rest I can fix it later, so we're gonna go straight to the hand now. So this one again, we're gonna mask it like this. That's fine. All right, fingers now. Yeah, I think it's essentially the same. All right, so commit to everything. Last check. Remove morph target. This we're gonna fix pretty much now after. Oh, there we go. A little mistake right there. Uh-oh. I just saw something here. Okay, all right. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Okay, let's take a leap of faith. Okay, we're gonna remove these. It's not useful anymore. Also, it's gonna fuck up the transpose master if we keep it there. We don't have layers. We remove the poly. We disable poly paint, or else it's gonna record the white color in our mesh. No morph there. Let's go. Fingers crossed. T-pose master sub T. Boom. Yeah, small error, morphs resolves. That's what it does. As usual, always the little stress of like, are you gonna do my transpose master? But I'm confident enough because we tested it before. Also to show how much confident I am, I didn't even save my file before doing this. Victoratus, hello. Oh, we are daring. Daring Marco. Gambling Marco. So far, so good. Boom. It worked. Yep. So we're gonna go around and fix the little thing that I knew was gonna happen during that move. Wait, did I deform something? I'm seeing something weird on the... Oh no, okay, it's just an illusion. Okay. All right, let's one by one check those little pieces, make sure I didn't... See. Actually, wait, what is this? That's not supposed to be like this. Anyways, I'll just... fix it by redesigning that part. And the rest is good. The other end now. Weird, that's an actual error on the mesh that I forgot to fix. There we go. Okay, that's good. This moved here. To lower it here. Yep, just that helps with the transition, so that's good. This here is good. I'm just gonna push this inside here a bit. Rupert, hello. Welcome, welcome. Okay, here it's not really problematic how it actually interconnects. I'll just flip it. There we go. Here it's really not a problem. Looking good. What if we add the leg? Okay, so what I was saying before, we're just going to push that in. We're not even touching anymore. Okay. So we did fix the end here. I did move the one on the left by accident though. All right. Okay, I'm happy with this. Now the back here is the troublemaker. So what I'm thinking of doing, first of all, we're gonna just gonna push this part inwards. Just gonna change the. Yeah, the thing is, we're not. I don't have undos anymore. Because the transpose master was too heavy. Or I think I have like one undo maybe. I could reset my software and it would actually bring them back. I'm just somewhat confident I can do that without undo. Okay, so you know, just like having like this like dent here, kind of like creates like a fake insertion for this here. And what I'm going to do is on the other side, I'm going to make kind of like the same. Okay, it's like a detail, but it for me it kind of like works in terms of like explaining how the clipping can happen. And the rest is fine with me. It's at the back, it's not really going to be seen. Ah, did we have anything else to fix? Here we didn't even bend the elbow, so there's technically nothing. What about the warping here? Okay, there was some slight warping I didn't notice, but can be really easily fixed. There we go. Okay, are we done? Done? With the arms, at least? Yeah, I think we are. Good. We'll just add those at the back. Okay, let's save this. Pistol. Pistol Pete. Hello. All right, saved. Now for the arms at the back. The arms at the back, the only thing that there is going to be, I think, like I remember not like moving them like crazy, but still we're gonna have to account for like some of the penetration that they're causing. Not that much though. Well, not here between each other. Okay, I can just like move it a bit. Here, but like that can also be just like moved. There was like a lot of like fingers that were moved as well. Yeah, let's try to transpose master this here. All right, let's give it a shot. All right, it's starting to connect them. Title R. What made you want to sculpt such a dangerous organism? Uh, I guess the answer is simple. It just looks badass. That's really just it. So fingers crossed that the Transpose Master is going to work. if it explodes, it means we have too much on our plate. We could just do one back arm at a time. Well, two, I mean, like a left and right. It's not because I'm a super villain. Nah, man, I'm a super nice guy. It's taking a while, eh? Are there any 3D artists whose work you particularly admire? Well, there's a bunch to be honest. It's kind of hard to just like pinpoint like a few of them. There's not like one artist that I'm like, oh my god, like this one has like everything and I love everything about it. There's some that I am like the like entirety of their craft. There's a lot of stuff I like in it, but it's always like this from this one, and so yeah, no, it's really hard to say. There's a lot of like the ones that are very known, of course, that I like, but there's a bunch of people that are less known that just are extremely talented as well, and yeah, it's inspiring. All right, are we done? You know what? I have a feeling that this one's not gonna work. We're gonna see it now. It didn't work. That's what I thought. You piece of shit. Okay. Okay, I could. Uh, okay, I'm gonna do it in two times. So we're gonna remove the arms at the front. We're gonna remove the torso. We're just gonna grab. We're just gonna grab the arms like this. This should work. If that doesn't work, that's messed up. Let's go. Is that a mesh rendering error? Lack of computing or resources. I would not be able to say what it is. I just know that with Transpose Master, if you ask it to do too much, sometimes it actually can go through the process. But some meshes, they just like explode. Like if they lose their vertex count. So because normally when you see a mesh exploding like this, it's because it lost its vertex count. So it can't doesn't understand where to put like the mesh back. So but why does it do that when you're trying to transpose a lot of things? I don't know. At the same time, is it because a lot of meshes have the same vertex count, so it actually mixes them up? Hard to say as well. But with just like those arms, it should be light enough. If it's not, we can do two arm at a time instead of the four arms. If it really doesn't work, we can do one arm at a time. That's going to get a bit annoying though, because that means we would need to split the mesh in two, which I don't want to have to do. Just makes things longer and longer. Easy to work now. And we still have to we're going to try placing that first. Before like starting to split all the poly groups and stuff, we're just going to see if we're able to get around without having to do it, because a lot of these meshes I remember not having to really move them. Like this arm is pretty much exactly placed like this. It's just that I've brought the hand forward a bit. Yeah, which we know we do pretty easily just by selection like this. So you know, this arm, I'm actually going to fully commit it to one poly group already. It's good. All right, there we go. This one didn't really have anything to do, and this finger was moved a lot. I think that's an error. But if we just repeat what happened here, that should be good enough. Okay, cool. Well, we already have one arm done, so that's good. Is there a particular aspect of your work that you want to improve on above other things, or do you just improve globally and incrementally? I think it's often like in the design that I find there's some stuff that I want to like discover, but yeah. So it's really in terms of yeah, in like in terms of like the rendering and that sort of stuff. Well, okay, you know what? No, I actually do have something I'm gonna try to learn like XGen for my next character. So yes, I would like to improve the hair a little bit. So it's not going to be sculpted hair like I used to. It's going to be procedural hair. So yeah. All right, so let's see if this one also. I think that this one I actually bent the elbow, so we're gonna see where we land with it. Oops, wrong button. Oh, doesn't feel like I needed to bend that elbow either, so that's good. Okay, let's keep it like that. And once we've placed all of them, we're also going to check if they are interpenetration between them. All right, 2 arms done. 2 to go. Actually, you know what? Let's see if we can fix the clipping now. Well, this I'll reduce the cylinder on the other mesh. This thing I'll do on its own mesh. This is also a fix on the body to do. Okay. It's good like that. Looks also good like that. Okay, so there wasn't actually much to do on this side. This is not even clipping. So yeah, there's just this thing after. Okay, cool. All right. So far, so good. Okay, it's starting to look like I'm on target. Yeah, I think it's good enough. So this one also, I just have to move the arm. I was under the impression that I actually flexed some of the elbows, but nope. It's all good. Let's do the hand. Well, actually, before that, I can commit to one poly group here as well. Not that at this point it changes much. Also realizing we're gonna have to fix those errors inside of the hands here. I have to remember that one. Actually gonna leave myself a little note here. Okay, for the last arm now. Okay, this one's actually also on target. It's really. I was under the impression that I moved the elbows, but none of them. And this one is actually like everything's moved already. Everything's legit. So all right, cool. This means that we are at just fixing the clipping for the two other arms, and then we are like almost pretty much done. Clip here, we're gonna fix fix later. Well, after is transpose master, I mean. This hair doesn't look bad. Okay, so we just have to fix both arms clipping each other. There we go. Not clipping anymore. Yeah, it's essentially the same. Okay, let's commit to this. So we're gonna remove everything. Make sure poly paint is not activated. Nothing selected. There's no layers, no morph target. All right. Nothing hidden also, right? Okay. Let's do it. Boom. Fingers crossed. Wexful, hey, Gas Mason, I have been studying 3D for more than 2 years now, and I know I'm probably not good enough yet, but I want to find a job, and after several months of searching, I have not got any result. Do you have any advice on this? Well, I mean, the industry is pretty saturated for sure. The best thing you can do is to keep working on your portfolio, trying to show like a variety of things that you can do. There's some essentials that you need to have, like some fundamentals. I'm not saying it should be like a portfolio piece, but make sure you know your anatomy well, that it shows in your work. I'm not saying to do an anatomy piece. I'm just saying it will show through your characters. The thing that the industry is looking for the most often, it's like outfits and stuff. So make sure you're showing character with outfits, medieval with armor, sci-fi outfits, that sort of stuff. You can learn specialization like hand paint texture. It's just that it's most of what people want to. Well, most games are like PBR, right? So knowing your texturing, your pipeline correctly. Having a few character piece in your portfolio also is good. Use that time to really better yourself, to become as best as you can. And if you're good, people will see that and will need that skill. So it's just a matter of continuing to improve yourself. I mean, back in the day, I also had it took a while after school for me to find a job. It didn't take 2 years. It took 6 months. Also, the industry was not as saturated as it was right now. So of course, it's a complex time for sure. And if you are pursuing your passion, it's true that you need to give it some time and some energy in order to find your first gig. Also, don't shy away of like doing freelance work and stuff. We are at the 2 hour mark. I think I'm gonna have just enough time to fix the little things I wanted to fix. It wasn't much, so timing's pretty good. And once those objects are placed, we're technically done with the entire modeling part, including posing and whatnot and whatever. So the only thing that would be left after that would be prepping for render and rendering. So next stream is probably going to be like just going around the character, make sure I didn't make a mistake, prepping the character for render. It might already be fully prepped, and then it will probably be rendering. All right. Fully placed. We're just gonna save here, do the small fixes, and save again. Man, I'm getting hungry. Okay, saved. We're good. Okay, so actually, you know what? I'm gonna fix the hand problem first. We have it on every mesh. That's annoying. All right, so for the arms here, it's fixed. So now for all of the interpenetration here. All right, good enough. Good enough. Oh, wait, there was something here, I think. Oh, here's good. Here's good. That's good. No, I think that was all good here. Those two between each other that we fixed. There we go. Normally I don't touch joints like that, but here it's like hidden enough that I don't mind just moving it a bit so it doesn't clip into it. There we go. It's like flipping it up like that doesn't. Here also, I think I'm gonna like skewer it up a bit. All right, it hurts my heart a little bit to move it this way, but it's not visible, so it's all right. Yeah, it's not visible, so it's all good. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. All right, so I'm gonna call it done for the moment. We're gonna do a final check to next session while we're prepping for rendering. But for me, that's done. Boom. My mic is not working. Is my mic working now? Because I can see on OBS that my inputs are right. Is my mic still not working? It works. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what happened. Anyways, yeah, well, pretty much what I was saying is that we're done. So yeah, the next stream, as I said, we're going to just check, make sure everything's all right. If there's other little mistakes that I did, otherwise we're gonna prep for render and maybe even start rendering. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna call it done for right now, and I'll see you next week. I'll see you next week. Yeah, everything should be good. Cool. So everybody take care, and yeah, thanks for joining in once again. See you in a week.